So, as I have woken up on the cross back in 2017, and this was when I was 30, and I came to you all, and I asked you all to believe. Only to get put into a mental institute, just to be released over and over and over again because of my faith. Now, I don't understand why everyone is afraid. I asked everyone not to be afraid. I come in the name of the Lord, Jesus Christ. He woke me up on the cross. Me being a father because I have a daughter. And if I would have done everything right, down here, listening to Satan, I could have had my son. And I could have had my whole family. The fact is that when I woke up on the cross, I've always been doing things since the beginning, what I was commanded to do from up above. My mother, who was always called Maggie by the white man, I come to find out that her real name's Maria Magdalene, or Maria Magdalena. There, sorry, Mom. So those would be the mothers. And I am my mother's son. And me waking up on the cross means I am the Holy Spirit. Now, the reason why mankind is having such a hard time with seeing, because they have let too much things of man clog their judgment. So, basically what I gotta do is keep fulfilling my part, because the Father is watching. I already know that the angels came to me. Now, for those of you who do not know who I am, and you guys are asking, why does he speak with so much authority? It is because I was given the names at birth. The kings came to me at birth. It is my bloodline. I was told to follow my bloodline. It would unlock the truth. Nobody had decided to believe in me, who I was, because they're like, whatever, man, we don't believe in that guy anymore. We have a new God. He accepts everything. And I'm like, well, you have Lord God. But then you have God who created everything. And so that's the difference. I love everybody here in this world. And may everybody have a blessed day. My name translated into English, Kings of Leon, who came from Spain. Rages, which came from Spain. And then you all know Jesus Christ, which comes from Bethlehem? There was much in this world, and I was supposed to write down a lot, but I know that people will write things down when I am gone, because all I have done was spoke. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want people to wake up. That's the thing. I just want everyone to understand, but they cannot, because they choose not to believe. So why should I just write down the keys for everyone? So that way you could be on my level. And then what would you do when you're on my level? Instead of you lending a hand to build, you rape and pillage, and you take. So, Deuteronomy, my brothers, they know who they are, and my sisters. You guys don't know who they awoken. I'll give you an explanation why I'm laughing. So, remember when I got jumped by 5 guys for defending 2 whores and the sinners? I was only defending myself because when I was in the mental institute, I had to sign a waiver saying I would not hurt myself or others. That was for 90 days. They just happened to be lucky within that period. And everything was a test from up above. Because if I would have unleashed what I know, I would not be out here speaking right now to you. And so that's why I smile. As far as I see, is everybody who has ever done wrong, not knowingly, only because their parents did not give them the proper teaching, because we all understand bad seeds. We have good seeds out there too. And so, I just want to show you guys the tree of life. The things that go with everyone in life mean nothing in the afterlife. For ashes to ashes and dust to dust. But understand that I will not be cleansed by the fire of man. I will be going up to the sun. And I am just waiting for them to pick me up. And for those who didn't know, this is the summoning. Me calling everybody out through the clouds to tell you to take off your garments and put on your white robes if you've been listening. So you gotta understand that there's a lot of technology out there. And this is 2020 where I'm coming to you from the clouds. So back in 2017, I came to St. Joseph's Church, which I didn't even know was Jesus' father. So funny how everything unraveled. I grew up in a church that believes in saints, and I grew up on Saint Way. 6 represents man. 11 represents angels. Is anyone getting a ring yet? When any time that I hear a ring, an angel gets their wings. That's what I was told. But anyways, back to the story of me coming over here. The power of meditation is powerful. But the thing is everybody has crowns. And so they put themselves above me. The fact is I've been humble all my life. And how would I know the darkness of this world if everybody already knew that I was a prince? I have the birthmark 666 on my left arm. We believe in a world that knows of Adam. Me going to school here in America, I learned when you break down the smallest molecules of DNA, it's atoms. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. We are all the same. And the fact is everybody had forgotten the Father's words so much that they had even forgotten that women are warriors too. That's the thing that blows my mind. Everybody wants to act so fragile in this world. Why? I don't understand. So, as I came forth, and I told St. Joseph's Church who I was, that I had risen on the cross, they had spoken many things out against me. And they tell me that I am not who I am, but they say that they are who they are, the Father. But what about the 10 Commandments? And why is it that everyone is kissing those stones so much? And they utter, The reason why we have those is because we didn't have cameras back then, so we had to make stone so we could know who they are. And it's like, so do you know who they are through the stone? Is that how it is? You know who they are through the stone. So let he who is without sin be the first one to cast the stone. Anyways. Sorry, that just came out of me. So they did not believe in me. And they sent me to the mental institute to get tested and tried. Oh, this guy's crazy, whatever. They tried to pin me with being bipolar. I'm like, bipolar? What the? I'm like, I have PTSD. There's a difference. But anyways, me being bipolar? No. I have connection with my heart and mind. And it's not my fault. It's not my fault that man's hearts have become so hard that this world has no feelings. And I look around, and do you know how many people are suffering? Why? Because you believe in man and their ways. When the Father created this world for everyone to have bountiful to eat. So, I've already been seeing visions of people already coming to come pick me up. Or somebody. But I'm not worried about it. There's many things that I've seen. The fact is people are like, how can you know when not even the people who are in the church know God? They understand the book, but they don't know how to get to God or da. And it's like, well, if you didn't understand the word, that the world would be deciphered to one man, who is very much a man-child because I'm quarantined with my parents, but I'm living out in my truck. Thanks to mankind. Anyways, I need to get out, walk about, feel that great sunlight because it's so good for you. All that vitamin D. Smelling that fresh air. This is why I love being over here. I take a look around and you see the difference between real clouds and fake clouds. You got mankind's clouds because we got PDX right over here. And then you got GOD's clouds, which are super, super, super fluffy and nice. Which is natural clouds. You see, everything is an illusion. Everyone's like, oh, we're having so much problems with our atmosphere, da 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 da. But nobody's really questioning the fact that this world was created perfect. And clouds come because the sun comes out and it evaporates the water and it makes the clouds in the sky. And then it produces rain, which is fresh water that can be provided. The fact is how can that happen when mankind decides to put fake clouds in the sky? It blocks out our sun. So that means no evaporation. So that means plants are dying. And that means a whole lot of chain reaction from there. If the plants are dying, then the bugs don't get anything. If the bugs die, then the animals don't get anything. The animals don't get anything, then who's it next? The animals don't get anything. Oh, yeah, we don't get anything. So, mankind wanted to say that they are better than the Father. And they're not realizing, or they are realizing that they're destroying this world, but they're not really caring about it because once they hit the reset button, everybody will be all underground, you know, like it was written, everybody would be underground underneath my feet when I come because they know the times that are to come. They're already set. Now there's others that just have no clue of what's going on, and that's what's blowing my mind. When does the news ever talk about biblical prophecy? Like, come on. But anyways, nobody cared to listen. Back then I told them about the huge sex trafficking ring that was going on. Surely enough, things unraveled, didn't they? And it was funny when Deacon Scott came over and talked to me, and he kept asking me a question. He's like, well, your responses, they're just so quick. And it's like, well, I am who I am. I'm just speaking the truth. These are all the things that were written. If you didn't live the life like it was saying to, then why are you here? But to take my world. Now, the Father had promised that this world would live forever. And I'm sorry, yeah, there's a lot of life on here. But you know what? You guys are actually killing a lot more life than you guys are putting in. And that's why I'm a little bit irritated. There should be enough for everyone. And everything will be changed. Oh well, whatever. And you guys will see that I will be seeing everybody above, and there'll be nothing that I do not know. No stone would be unturned. So, I just want to let you all know that I love my daughter, and I'm sorry, Sky. It didn't have to be like this. I just wish your mother believed in me. Instead, she believed in papers. And it makes so much sense, and I start to laugh because the father left the mother papers too. Because she did not care about life. She cared about things. And she had thoughts, but she didn't. There's no proof of anything. Me, I lend a hand. I have my daughter. She doesn't question me because the fire alarms went off and I was levitating up in the air on the cross. And she sees my family praying all the time. To who? Someone on the cross. I tell my daughter she's an angel. Don't let mankind fool you. Believe in who you are, because you could do anything. And all you have to do is say no. Some people in this world doesn't take no for an answer. So, you must defend yourself. And so, because they had killed the son when he was sent, they had sent the father a no. We're not going to give you your land back, okay? And now, I am the father, and I do not want my daughter being raised in this world of hell. I am to bring heaven. And so, this is why I walk. What's the point of waking up on the cross? Why am I going to bring my daughter into this world and lie to her? Oh yeah, bunny poops eggs, and you could eat them. Only around this time, though, of year. Because it's mystical. I believe in that's a lot of dark magic. The reason why we celebrate Easter is because of the resurrection. He died and came back from the cross to go to his apostles. And now, I walk. You guys don't understand how to open up most things. I'm not gonna say you guys, because there's some of them that none of these things apply to, because they've listened to the words that were written and they had paid attention to the times, and nobody knew who he would be besides he. I very truly tell you, I'm not afraid. And out of everything that has ever been done, I've always had to hold back my true self. This is the church. This is the point where I'm like, I told you so. Everyone's looking for St. Michael the Archangel, and I'm like, dude, I'm just waiting to go pull the sword. But when is anyone going to start to believe? The demons are running around scared if you can't believe. Or do you know? The funny things about this world. When I leave and I leave a set of rules and I come back, I thought things would be done a certain way. Instead, it was backwards. So now, I must reverse everything because I have permission from up above. And if the demons want war, they will get a war. But the fact is nobody understands that I have come. A lot of people follow the church and everything who has taken my words. Okay? And they had made themselves Elohim. There was only a few people that was able to pass on the knowledge from generation to generation. And there was a reason why I was born in Peter's church. Peter was the only one that was able to almost make it out of the apostles. It's just that he lost faith in the end. When Peter was walking on the water, and Jesus was calling to him, he didn't understand, but he did believe. But then he started to sink because the waves were too high. The thunders were roaring. It was a storm. And I was like, Peter, give me your hand. And he gave me his hand and I pulled him out of the waters. And I said, oh, you who has so little faith in I. I tell you, like I said, there's a time and a place for everything. This is the resurrection. And I'm living over here in the state of Washington. This is where you could call a cop and come fight me if you want to. But you have to have proof that you are who you say you are. You know, the resurrection, the one that's challenging me for my throne. Try to show me. Because I am who I am. And my name is Florencio Leon Guerrero Reyes Engobong. Or Regis, sorry. I say Reyes because of speech to text. I know, everything would be made easy for me today. I guess I was only made to use my mouth, right? Because nobody can handle my feelings. Nobody can handle my truth. Because everybody loves this world. But nobody loves this world as much as me. And I'm the one that altered everything. So how much of a hypocrite would I be to go back on my word when I'm the one that stands as 3? And I'm the one that sees. I tell you that there's a place up there in heaven that is so. This world was created for the protection of the land. Since mankind is destroying this place, I have to step forth. I've always wanted to be president, but I'm broke as shit. Excuse my language. You can't get paper from crap. And so, me standing over here, I am the resurrection. And everyone's like, why aren't you inside the church? And I'm like, well, that's because that guy who wears the cloth that you all call Father had kicked me out because of my knowledge. And because I am furious inside. And no matter how humble or how I speak and how I tell them what is going on, they keep giving me tests and trials over and over and over again. And what happens? I pass them every time because I am who I am. You really can't make this up. For me to wake up on the cross and my mother's name to be Maria Magdalena, then and me understanding the book and me being her son, it's not that I'm marrying my mom, it's just that my mother had the bloodline. And as the Masons believe that the bloodline comes from the mother. And this is where I get the bloodline, Rageous. The Leon Guerrero comes from my father, which is Lion Warrior. I am very much like my father, but I took that part away. I have always tried to be more like my mother. And as my dad would always say, that rageous side inside of you. Because I'm so wild. But I've always meant good. And you know what? Me growing up on the cross, looking up, because my mother always made me pray the rosary. And having my life deciphered to me, and I just thought I was living a normal life. But I understood I had guidelines because I wanted to get I wanted to get off this place because I didn't like what was going down. But I had to wait until it was my time to go. And then when I asked to go, he said, nope, my works are not done in the likes of you. Blasted me full of energy and the Spirit. And so I've come in peace. I've always wanted freedom for everybody. When I was overseas, I always prayed for my enemy. Nobody in my unit died. The only people that died were my enemy, because they didn't believe in us or me. They were killing each other. And that's what was hurting me. And so I always prayed for them to wake up, because you don't have to be like this. There's many better ways that this world can be. But the fact is that everybody had forgotten about the knowledge from Atlantis. And everyone's like, oh, Atlantis is just a fake thing. And I'm like, no. The knowledge that you all look towards is Egypt. And if you didn't understand that Egypt came from Atlantis after the destruction, okay? The rest of the knowledge was passed down from Thoth. Now, the only way to understand everything is if you open your mind like a child and you just believe in what was written. Because you would not expect the elders to lie to you. And if they have such a massive wave of somebody who believes in that one person, then obviously those things that he had written must have meant something. So, if you close yourself to knowledge, which is light, then you will not see. There we go. The parish that I was at. It's funny that their cross was built upon a pyramid. But that's anyways another time to speak of that. The thing is I want to say a lot, but there's so many demons within this area, and they want the knowledge from God, and they want to get out of this place, and they're trying to destroy this place, but they cannot, because this place will never have an end. The fact is I'm here to give this world life. And people have come to me and they told me to keep eating good, whatever. Keep meditating. You have a golden heart. And I'm just like, I'm just me. You just need to be you, but be true. How can I fix the world if I can't fix myself? So I must fix myself. How can I fix myself? Well, first things first is you should fear God. And next thing is you should love him. You all have everything that was already written. I'm telling you, nobody knows my Father. But if you know my Father, you have the right to fear my Father. And everyone who knows my Father is like, you know what? Yeah, I know his Father. Now, who do you think is an alpha male now? And why do you think me and my father keeps butting heads? I'm a lion. I have to go get my own pride. And apparently, there's one back home waiting for me. Because my name translated into English, Lion King, I thought it was funny to see what was the message. Simba, son, you didn't kill your father. It was an accident. He tried to save you. And the fact is that Simba awoke after he ran away and moved into paradise. He forgot about all his problems, everything. Only to say and hear a woman crying out loud, saying, "Hey, where are you?" And I'm saying, "I'm right here." Happy Easter, everyone. I have so much to write, but I just want to let you know that I'm over here walking around with my things. Nothing but the keys in my hand.